Hello, BL lovers. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the toxic BLs that hooked me with their storytelling. Not all toxic BL series are created equal. Some are just unhealthy for the sake of drama, but others, they pull you in with a plot so interesting that you can't stop watching, even if the relationship is a red flag. Let's reflect on what make the plot stand out from other toxic BLs. The tension, mystery, or twist that keeps you watching. How the toxic dynamics create drama that feels intense rather than boring. How it makes you question if you should even be rooting for the couple. Number 1. KinnPorsche. KinnPorsche is a series that proves a drama can be messy, morally gray, and full of red flags, yet still be absolutely gripping from start to finish. The relationships here are far from healthy. Whether it's Kinn and Porsche's push-pull power struggles or Vegas and Pete's dangerously addictive dynamic, every romance is tangled in manipulation, dominance, and emotional games. What makes it so compelling is that the toxicity doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's woven into a world of betrayal, family politics, and a mafia underworld where trust can get you killed. The love stories are messy because the environment is messy, and that consistency makes it believable. The show also surprises with depth. Beneath the gunfights and high-octane action, it deals with themes like trauma, mental health, and the ways people adapt when survival is their top priority. Every character has scars, and the show doesn't shy away from showing how those scars shape the way they love, even if that love is toxic. The cinematography is slick. The pacing keeps you on edge, and the chemistry between the actors is impossible to ignore. Yes, it's problematic in plenty of ways, but that's exactly why it works. KinnPorsche knows it's not selling you a perfect love story, it's selling you chaos, passion, and danger, and it does it better than almost any other BL out there. If you can separate fiction from reality, this is one toxic BL that's well worth the watch. Number 2. Theory of Love. This is a toxic love that feels too real. Theory of Love isn't the kind of BL that hides its flaws. Third and Kai's painfully uneven relationship, years of one-sided love, mixed signals, and emotional neglect. Third is devoted to Kai, but Kai keeps him at arm's length, enjoying the attention without committing. The toxicity here is more subtle and relatable. It's about the slow burn of unrequited feelings and how staying in that space can chip away your self-worth. That's what makes it hit so hard. It's real. Many viewers have been third at some point in their lives. What keeps you watching is the emotional payoff. Kai's growth is slow and messy, but when it finally happens, it feels earned. The series doesn't rush to fix them, it makes you sit with the frustration, the heartbreak, and the tiny glimpses of hope. It's toxic, yes, but it's also a story about self-realization, learning your value, and the possibility that people can change if they truly want to. That balance between heartbreak and healing is what makes Theory of Love unforgettable. Number 3. Only Friends. Only Friends throws you into a world where every character is messy, morally gray, and at some point, completely untrustworthy. Mew, Ray, Boston, Nick, and Sand are all tangled in a web of betrayals, hookups, and shifting alliances. No one here is a pure romantic lead. They all cross lines, hide secrets, and hurt each other in ways that would destroy real-life friendships and relationships. The toxicity isn't just in one couple, it's spread evenly across the entire group. Lovers become enemies, friends cross boundaries, and trust is a currency no one can afford to give away. The beauty of it is that it never pretends to be a sweet BL. It's fully into the chaos. What makes it so watchable is the unpredictability. You never know who's going to betray who next, or whether an emotional confession is genuine or just another move in the game. The acting sells every messy moment, and the writing embraces the fact that sometimes relationships are disasters from the start. If you're looking for a BL that's more about complicated human behavior than fairy tale romance, Only Friends is the ultimate guilty pleasure. Number 4. Tharntype. Tharntype is one of the most talked about toxic BLs for a reason. On the surface, it's the story of Tharn, an openly gay university student, and Type, a stubborn roommate carrying deep-seated homophobia from childhood trauma. But it's not a sweet enemies to lovers arc, it's a messy, volatile relationship built on jealousy, manipulation, and emotional games. What makes it compelling is that the toxicity comes from both sides. Type's prejudices and temper clash with Tharn's persistence and sometimes questionable methods. They genuinely love each other. I mean, in the worst way possible, turning every disagreement into a power struggle. The series doesn't shy away from showing how ugly this dynamic can be. yet it also invests in the slow process of breaking down walls and confronting personal demons. It's frustrating, addictive, and unforgettable because it blends passionate romance with themes of prejudice, forgiveness, and growth. You don't watch Tharn Type for a model relationship, you watch it for the raw emotions, the intense chemistry, and the hope that maybe, just maybe, these two can learn to love without destroying each other in the process. Number 5. Love Mechanics. Love Mechanics is one of those BLS that starts in the middle of a storm. Vi and Mark's relationship begins on shaky ground. Cheating, guilt, and misunderstandings set the tone from the very beginning. Vi's possessiveness and Mark's constant push-pull create a cycle of breakups and makeups that feels almost impossible to break. What makes it stand out is that it's not just toxic for the sake of drama, there's an actual redemption arc. The series takes its time showing how both characters hurt each other and whether they can truly change. The emotional intensity is high, but there are moments of vulnerability that make you root for them despite all the chaos. It's still a flawed, unhealthy relationship, but watching them navigate their mistakes and slowly try to rebuild trust is what keeps people invested. Number 6. Big Dragon. This one is about power, revenge, and dangerous desire. Big Dragon wastes no time pulling you into a relationship that's built on questionable consent, revenge, and mind games. Yaoi and Mankorn start off as enemies locked in a dangerous game. Yaoi wants payback, and Mankorn isn't the type to sit back and take it. From the very first encounter, their dynamic is charged with tension, mistrust, and an unspoken need to come out on top. What makes it unique is how it frames the romance as a constant battle of wills. Neither man wants to lose control, and that push-pull energy keeps every interaction unpredictable. The chemistry is undeniable, but so is the manipulation, making it the kind of relationship you know is wrong, but can't look away from. The series blends psychological warfare with moments of real vulnerability, giving just enough softness to make you wonder if the feelings are genuine or just another move in the game. Number 7. Dangerous Romance. Dangerous Romance takes the classic enemies to lovers setup and raises the stakes by grounding it in real-life struggles. Salem and Kanghan start off as school rivals, constantly clashing over pride and attitude, but the tension shifts when financial hardship forces Salem to work for Kanghan's family, putting them in a complicated power dynamic. What makes it unique is that the conflict isn't just petty school drama, there's an undercurrent of economic inequality, family pressure, and survival. Kanghan's arrogance and Salem's stubborn pride create constant sparks, and while their relationship has possessive and manipulative moments, it's those moments of unexpected care that keep you hooked. The series balances heated confrontations with genuine emotional beats, making it a toxic romance that still feels layered and engaging. Number 8. Dark Blue Kiss. Dark Blue Kiss focuses on Kao and Pete, a couple whose relationship is tested not by betrayal or outright manipulation, but by something more subtle: insecurity and fear of loss. Pete's jealousy and protectiveness clash with Kao's tendency to keep parts of his life private, especially when it comes to his family and career ambitions. The toxicity here comes from the way they handle conflict. Misunderstandings escalate into arguments, and instead of open communication, both often retreat into frustration. It's a relationship that feels real because the problems are ones many couples face. What makes it worth watching is how the story blends romance with self-discovery. As much as their flaws create friction, the emotional connection between Kao and Pete is strong enough to make you root for them to overcome their issues. It's a reminder that sometimes the biggest battles in love are the ones we fight within ourselves. Number 9. The Boy Next World. This series dives deep into emotional manipulation, hallucinations, and delusions. It's not your typical love story, it's a psychological mess. Number 10. The Heart Killer. Brutally toxic, no doubt, but somehow, it pulls you in and doesn't let go. The dark themes, twisted love, and unpredictable twists make it strangely addictive. Number 11. Pit Babe. Especially in Season 1, this one is peak toxic. There's something about the messiness that keeps you watching. The fights, the jealousy, the drama, it's all there. Number 12. Unforgettable Night. I honestly don't know why I enjoyed this one so much. Maybe it's the plot, maybe it's the chaos, but I do recommend it if you're into dark relationship dynamics. Number 13. Don't Say No. Some people don't even realize how toxic this one is, but if you watch Tharn Type first, you'll see how problematic one of the characters really is. Still, it's a fan favorite. Number 14. My Stubborn. This one takes the crown for having the weirdest kind of toxicity. The plot isn't the strongest, but the strange relationship dynamics definitely make it memorable. Number 15 for minutes. It's not just the romance, the entire story is layered with psychological tension and revenge. The whole thing feels like a slow burning emotional trap. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and support the channel and let me know your opinion in the comments. I really want to hear what you think.